Hello, everybody. Welcome to the creator commentary for episode 10. I'm Simon. I'm one of the makers of the show. Seated next to me, to my left, is...
I'm Steph Kaliner. I'm the head writer, season 1, and just like skateboarding and keeping it real.
I'm Rob Norman. I am the writer of this particular episode.
Ooh, and my name is Mike Ply. I am a co-director, co-editor, and the producer of the show. So here we go, everybody. This is The Dark Knight versus Valerie, episode 10.
Ooh.
Can I just say, this is my favorite episode of all the episodes. My personal favorite. As a single episode, it just holds together just so nicely. And I love all the stuff that we did on it, too.
You can say that.
I just did. Wow.
All of the backgrounds in this episode were done by Gabriel Bautista, or Gabo. He's the illustrator on Elephant Man right now. He's talented and awesome. And Davin Langell did all the compositing to put our real actors on Gabe's backgrounds.
Whose idea was it to use this comic book background? Because I think originally we were talking about like maybe CGing it or like doing something really elaborate. I think this was like an awesome choice. Was that your choice, Mike?
I don't know where the discussions came out, but either way, once we talked to Gabo and told him what we were thinking, he was like, yes, I want to do it for sure.
Because we were originally going to be shooting this on a rooftop with a giant lamp. And we were like, wait a minute, this would be easier.
Yes, well, I actually tried to source out where you can buy one of those spotlights, or not buy or rent one of them, and they are incredibly difficult to find. One that looks sort of proper for what Batman looks like.
We were going to key out that orange hair and make it green, but the orange hair looks really good.
Yes.
Oh, she just looks so freaky.
Oh man, you just got under the red hood.
Yeah.
Bro.
Pretty badass.
Peace. Peace, Adam Christie.
Nice. And this is, of course, innuendo extremo.
Yeah. This is my specialty. A bunch of nerdy, weird sex innuendos. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I love that you're watching it and you're thinking, like, should this be taking place at night? But we were like, no, this is like the middle of the afternoon kind of like coital moment.
Afternoon delight.
Yes, indeed. They got a couple glasses of wine. Are they from last night or are they just day drinkers? Who knows?
And why is the money staring right at them?
Well, how could you not?
Oh, they're playing Magic.
Well, they're actually playing Cards of Destiny.
Cards of Destiny, pardon me.
In our world, yeah.
Because in episode 9, the doctor said he wanted to learn how to play the game.
Right.
And here they are.
Planting seeds.
I love, this is a joke that I don't think anyone really gets, but I love that guy just says, to me, my board, to Val. He thinks he's Silver Surfer and Val is a Silver Surfboard.
Why not? He wants to ride her through the galaxy at his leisure.
He does.
Yeah. I actually had to explain that to Davin because he was making the VFX for that, and he's like, I don't understand what that means. And I'm like, it's a Silver Surfer reference. Oh.
I didn't know. I just left it in. I was editing the script, and I did not know what it means. Did not bother to look it up, but I just know that Rob knows his shit, so I didn't question it.
I didn't know what it meant until just now.
Yeah, we say him.
Buddy, I had your back. I knew exactly what was going on here.
My biggest concern was making sure the edge of it was blurred so that it looked like it was behind the camera.
Which would look great.
Speaking of looking great, this is the weirdest shot for us, I think, that we had to shoot, which was like mostly naked Hannah on top of Mark. And that was, uncomfortable a little bit. But we were all pros and we got through it.
I just love it. All those dudes in the message boards being like, yo, bro, this scene!
This inadvertently turned into one of our sexier episodes because of that shot, and then like all the girls are playing, the Batman villain rogues gallery of females, and or playing versions thereof, I guess, inspired by, as we like to say.
Who's that guy that
that's the actual guy who works at King
there.
Noodle. Yeah, or King Noodle. We just went for dinner and we were like, hey man, can you help us with that? And he's like, sure, why not?
Oh, I love it.
I just noticed the hay. The hay bale.
Oh, yeah.
My neighbor got a bale of hay for something, I don't know what, and it was there when we shot it, so we had to move it out of the way.
This is Xerxes Cortez as well. I told him, like, I showed him some Batman Arkham Asylum, and then he was like, oh, I can make something that looks cool like that. And he did.
And it looks cooler than the actual game.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Kat was upset that I made her favorite teen vampire movie, Twilight, or a version of Twilight called Wily.
I was upset that I had to have 20 pizza boxes stored at my house for months just to wait until we shot that scene.
You can sort of see a little bit of snow in the background on this one, just at the beginning of this shot, on the side of the street. But otherwise, we did a pretty good job of masking out the winter in this series.
Yeah, this was a particularly cold night, actually. I remember we had to do this foam on the window thing.
Several, as you can see on the door, there are several V-shaped foam wipeaways. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And this effect is fun. Nick Montgomery did this one.
Oh, scary. Oh.
I think this was one of our last nights.
It is, I
Wasn't
believe,
it?
one of the last nights in the second shoot.
After this, we went on and shot the Harry Potter teaser.
Yeah, this is a great shot. I love that twist. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good. Nick did the seaming together of that shot, and it looks great.
I just want to point out that this comic book store is not doing well. Everything is on sale.
I mentioned that in a previous commentary.
Things are going really bad in this comic book shop.
We
We were much more vigilant about it
we
because
got pretty crazy covering up logos.
well, you know what it was? The difference was when we shot the first block of shooting.
It was day.
Well, there's that, but also Disney hadn't bought Star Wars.
Oh, yes, right.
So when Disney bought Star Wars, we were like, oh, we really need to cover up
Yeah.
all the Star Wars stuff behind Val this time, just to make
Because
sure.
they're very litigious.
Yeah,
I think.
And so we just wanted to be careful, and that's why everything is on
Sale!
I remember Julia mentioning how scared she was about this role. She wasn't sure she was going to be able to do it, and she was really nervous about her performance. But she had been coached by her boyfriend, who's a huge Batman fan, Matt O'Brien.
Oh,
And in the comments, everybody's like, "Oh man, she rocks. She's great." So I was happy that worked for her.
Yeah, she did a great job. And that costume, I bought that Harley costume at a store, and it's from the video game. And I had to try it on to make sure.
Oh, I remember that photo.
That was the saddest photo I've ever taken. I do not
You look so
feel comfortable
nonplussed.
in that costume.
We had to do a lot of like altering of costumes too, just to like obviously we didn't want to infringe on copyright. So there's like tweaks and on all of the costumes that we put together.
I feel like each different villain's from a different universe too. Like that's like an Arkham Asylum Harley. Alex Wiley's kind of like the Uma Thurma of Poison Ivy. It's really interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, it was so much fun set decking that bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
and
covering it with leaves everywhere.
And
Dry
It was so
ice.
much fun. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I was like, oh,
I
this
just
is
remember
so
how
much fun.
behind we were, and I was like, the dry ice is such a pain in the ass to deal with, and it was slowing us down so much, and I was just like, fuck it, let's just cut it. And then Davin was like, no, we should do it. And then when we got into the edit suite, I was like, oh, thank God, Davin.
Yeah, also he was like,
Totally.
I've worked 2 hours to get this shit together, and it's right here, and you're telling me to cut it. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's the tough part about shooting so much stuff in one day. You just have to start like figuring out what you have to compromise on.
What's the most important?
Dry ice.
Yeah.
the dry ice.
Dry
was
ice is the number one
fantastic.
thing. Set decking, a bunch of green leaves. Simon Fraser's
Oh,
favorite
dude,
thing.
literally, I was like, these taps cannot be silver when we enter this place. So we took Christmas garland and just wrapped Christmas garland around the tap.
This was fun. 2 different days entirely, 2 different restaurants entirely, but the reflections in the mirror or the windows look
I
so
love
good.
this too. When I cut this, I used his previous take from episode 2 on the waiter.
I also love that
From
he
episode
looks at her ass, which I think
Yeah,
is like
right.
he's just such a douchey guy. This Garth Vader or Garth
Slater.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's on sale. Everything's on sale, guys. You didn't hear that? Everything's on sale.
Also, all the costumes of the like reality costumes and the fantasy costumes sort of go together. Like black dress, and she becomes Catwoman. In the bar, green T-shirt with rose earrings became Poison Ivy.
Steph did a pretty good job on all of the wardrobes.
It's
stuff.
amazing. That's a great belt.
Yeah.
That I had to try. That belt is actually a ninja belt, and then that's a dance costume. Another one I had to try on at the store. Oh God, these images of
If
me.
anybody wants any of these photos of Steph looking very, very nonplussed with the clothes she's wearing, just email me and I will send them to you.
I'm not really a spandex kind of person.
Nice whip sound effects.
Oh,
Good
that's
job
all.
on that.
That's George Flores, man. He murdered our
Yeah,
sound design.
he's
He
good.
did such a good job on all of this.
You're using the word murder a lot in these guys.
Well, we're talking
There's a
Batman,
lot of
you know,
murder going
there's
on.
a lot of darkness here. This is, of course, the actual balcony of my apartment, and
We had like an hour and a half to shoot this.
oh yeah, I've always wanted to shoot something out there. I love the way that that it isolates people.
Yeah.
That little like security light just looks really nice. It looks natural, but a little bit dark, a little bit mysterious.
I love that the silhouette at the beginning mimics the silhouette at the end, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Good
Yeah.
work, Rob. That's all you.
Well, this is like that speech about like oh, people think I'm the asshole. That's funny. That's kind of like Guy's killing joke in this episode for me, right? Like he nails it. He brings it.
I love my favorite line that you put, Rob. The funniest line is when he's like, "I threw the phone at the dog, and the dog caught it in his mouth." It's just the saddest thing that could happen.
Oh,
Jim.
shit! That is gross.
Yeah, that's the most hurtful thing
Oh.
you could say.
Did you say gross?
Oh, that's harsh, man. This is a rough
Thank
scene.
you.
I was so excited for people to get this episode because it starts off as such a nice, and like with the fantasy stuff, you stop even really like, you lose the idea of where Guy is in his mind at this point because you get caught up in the like fantasy moving back and forth, and then it just hits you with this real
Awesome
moment.
shot. Awesome shot.
Yeah.
Third man. Totally third man shot.
Yeah, and I also love that in the comments leading up to this episode, there was a lot of hate on for Guy, saying Guy is such an asshole,
Yeah,
Guy's
after
such a
episode
jerk.
9, yeah.
And then people sort of got on board with Guy in that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In episode 10.
I think Guy's like
And in 12, he gets redeemed.
Yeah.
I think he's a pretty like selfish character sometimes, or you can really see his flaws. I think this is a great episode where he's like just kind of on his own for a while. He's like, man, he's really suffering.
Yeah.
We're just caught up in our own stuff.
Getting drunk.
And the best part is he's not even really in the episode very much.
Yeah.
And there's just that moment of him at the end where you see him totally vulnerable, and you see Val, who's been like looking for him like a good friend. And yeah, it just comes to a head at the end, which is really nice.
I love it.
And that's you there, Rob, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Look at you, all handsome.
You haven't shaved a bit.
No.
But you did
I'm
get
wearing
that
the same clothes.
tattoo.
I'm wearing the same clothes right now, pretty much.
You have that face tattoo though now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got a
same.
big Mike Tyson face tattoo. I was like,
Yeah.
that'll be a better fit.
Oh, I see. It's actually Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this isn't a beard. This is just a big Mike Tyson
Yeah.
tattoo.
It's Mike Tyson from Punch Out, though, right?
Okay, guys, this is super meta that we're doing commentary over a commentary right
A
now.
little bit. A little bit. Yeah. And there's going to be, well, actually, playing under this is the cast commentary as well, so just to add another layer.
Yeah. And then I'll be making a documentary about this whole experience.
Great, I love it. I can't wait.
Nice.
Well, Meta Matters.
Thank you for joining us, Rob.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys. What a treat.
Yeah, and thanks for working on the show. You know, we love all your vlogs. We love everything you do.
Thank you. I love being a part of them and giving a bunch of references that Steph has to Google.
Oh man, the vlog that I had to Google the most that you wrote was the Green Lantern one. That one was a
My favorite Green Lantern?
Googling for me.
All the Guy Gardner and
Yeah.
Because there's that part where he's like about her being in a fridge.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that even?
What does this mean?
What
Now,
weird murder jokes did Rob put in the script?
I just got into Green Lantern recently. After watching the movie, I was like, the movie wasn't as bad as people thought it. A lot of people said it was. To me, anyways, I was like, well, that's a nice introduction to the character, and I started reading it. Guy Gardner's a fucking asshole. I
Oh,
gotta
he's
say.
the worst.
Yeah.
And even his costume, it just looks like a Dick's. The
Yeah,
type
he
of
looks
clothes
almost
that
like
Dick would wear.
just like a little green fascist.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
He's
I
the
don't
worst
understand
dude.
that guy.
Yeah.
Or what, you should be reading Grant Morrison, really, JLA. That's like the best Green Lantern book,
Okay.
I found.
Yeah. I gave Simon the pile that I had, but then I also wanted to get him started on some Superman stuff. So.
Honestly,
I'm looking forward to Red Sun.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
man! It's one of my favorite standalone comics for sure.
All-Star Superman?
All-Star Superman also.
Is that in there too?
Yeah, that's the I believe the
Oh, the
Norman
one that's
Rockwell style.
Right, yeah. That's the one you said I should read first.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Just to get re-caught up on his origins.
Because the only experiences I've ever had with DC has just been through films. I've never read any. I've hated it. I think I picked up a DC when I was 12 or 13. I was like, this sucks. This is stupid. And I was a Marvel fanboy throughout my teens. But then after seeing these two movies, Man of Steel and Green Lantern, I'm like, yeah, I like some of the mythology here. I could get into this.
You don't like Batman?
No, I've never read the comic books.
I'd say start with Justice League of America,
Yeah.
New World Order, Grant Morrison.
Okay.
Is the best team superhero book of all time. And then it transitions beautifully into Rock of Ages. Best Green Lantern, best Batman. I'd say pretty much best Superman book I've ever read as well, too. And it's all on the same team.
Right.
Grant Morrison kills it, man.
Okay.
Nice. And also, all of the DC animated movies are
Yes.
amazing.
I saw the
They-
Flash.
Yeah, the new one.
The new one?
Yeah.
Flashpoint?
Flashpoint,
Yes. That was great.
Yes, and they do a really good job of staying very true, even almost to the artwork style of the book that it's referencing, and that I think they've done the best job translating the material to cinema, I guess, when it comes to the animated side of it.
Cool.
Well, anyway, guys, we nerded out a little.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Nice.
I'm also
okay.
reading Civil War right now, Marvel Civil War.
Oh, nice. That's a fun one.
Thank you for tuning in for the Simon Fraser comic book commentary.
We will see you guys in seconds on episode 11, Reality versus Valerie.